In this video, I want to show you how to implement and begin to drill a combination that was highlighted by Holloway versus Gaethje. It was actually the last 3 punches that Holloway threw. It's a very effective combination that targets the body first, and then the last punch goes to the head. And it can cause a lot of damage, and in many cases a KO. And it's all because you're targeting the body first, which opens you up to hit the head. It's a 3-punch combo. You target 2 punches to the body, and then the third one goes to the head. I'm going to show you how to execute this combination, and then I'm going to show you different variations, and then I'm going to show you how to drill them. First is the standard combination that you're going to start with, and the one that Holloway threw. You have 2 punches to the body, and the third punch goes to the head. This combination, it should be done up close, right here in clinch range. When you are already facing them, the 2 shots are going to be 2 hooks to the body, alternating left, right, or right, left. You can start with either hand, either left hand or right hand, but both go to the body hooks. Left or right, left or left, right. Then the third shot, your final shot, is going to go a hook to the head. Now, the important part is you're going to be alternating your hands. You're going to be going left, right, or right, left. Whichever hand hits first is the one that's your third shot. So if I start with my left hand and I go left hook body, right hook body, my third punch is a left hook head, because you're going to be already primed to alternate between the hands, and you're already positioned for your power shot hook to the head. So if you're going to start with a right hand, you're going to be going right hook to the body, left hook to the body, and the last shot to the head is going to be a right hook to the head. So alternating and knowing whichever one you're going to land the last is very important, and that's how you're going to be drilling, because you want to be able to execute from both sides, not both sides, but from starting from the right or starting from the left, and then ending it with the same side hook. When you throw the body hooks, it's very important that these 2 hooks, you don't load up with full power. You're only throwing them in order to deliver your power hook to the head. So here, you're going to be just tapping. Go maybe 50-60%, but you're not going to be landing like you're going for the liver to knock him out with a liver shot. You're going to be simply going left, right, and then your power shot, your third shot, that's where the KO happens, that's where the damage goes. So you want to use these 2 hooks more of as a setup for a power hook right behind it to the head. And these 2 body hooks are designed primarily to make them drop their hands to protect the body, to open up the head. So you're going to either start off with a left hook, right hook, and then a power left hook to the head, or you're going to start with the right hand and go right, left, hook to the head, a power shot. Now, it's very important that all these 3 punches are done one after another without a break of rhythm. So you're not going to be hook, hook, wait, and then throw your hook to the head. They need to be done as 1, 2, 3, one after another, no break of rhythm, even pace, and you want to hit your body shots quick, 1, 2, and then the third one comes as soon as the second shot lands. You are already twisting and priming yourself to deliver that power hook to the head. Start with either one. You're going to want to drill both, so you're comfortable throwing either one without a thought behind your mind. You're just going to be executing bam, 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 bam. So get up and close, and you're going to start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or reverse it, 1, 2, 3. The last power hook you throw needs to be your power shot. You want to twist more on that last shot than you did on the first 2. The 2 body shots are more about speed and more about the setup, more about him dropping his hands, so it opens you up for a power hook to the head. So when you throw the 2 shots, the 2 hooks to the body, you want to be quick with it. You want to dip down, because you don't want to be throwing your shots to the body. Your hooks right here, open yourself up what you're about to do to him. So you're going to get up and close, squat down, and then you're going to be throwing your 2 hooks to the body. 1, 2, and the third one, you pivot, and then you drive through that hook. Power shot. Additional variations you can introduce into this is, instead of throwing 2 hooks, you can throw 2 straight shots to the body. So not hooks, but more of straight shots. Again, these are not going to be your power shots. They're not going to cause any damage. They're simply going to make you set up your hook to the head. 2 straight shots, and then you throw your hook to the head. Same principles apply. If right hand goes first, that's the one goes for a power hook. If right hand lands first, that's the one you throw to the head as a power hook. Now, the good thing about this variation, straight shots, they're a lot quicker, and they're just simply going to let him know, that you're going to the body, and it's just making them drop his hand so you can go to the head. They're slightly quicker than loading up and throwing the speed hooks. The other variation you may want to introduce eventually is going off the center line on your last hook. So you got your 2 hooks, and as you throw them, a lot of times guys will anticipate, they're not going to drop their hands down fully. They're gonna know that something's coming, and they might time you in the 3rd shot. So what can help you avoid getting countered on your 3rd shot as you set that up is going off the center line on that hook. So you go left hook, right hook, and as you throw your left hook, or either way, you, instead of throwing it right from here, so you go left, right, left, and you're standing straight, on your 3rd hook, 1, 2, you throw, and then you move off the center line. Move that head and anticipate that counter. Anticipate an uppercut, anticipate a hook, anticipate something is coming. So instead of standing your head in the same shot where you threw the first 2 punches and get countered, you can begin to introduce going left, right, left, and moving, or right, left, right, and move up that center line. Almost as if you are throwing an overhand. And it depends on where you are within distance, you could switch it to an overhand. Mainly it'll be a hook, but if they start moving back, you might have to switch it over to more of an overhand, depending on the distance. But the important part is just moving off the center line on your last shot. So you go 1, 2, 3, or you go 1, 2, 3, and move off that center line, anticipate a counter. Additional variations you can introduce, and they become a little bit more advanced, but they also break rhythm a little bit, and that's introducing footwork on the last punch. So instead of standing here and going, just kind of biting your mouthpiece and just staring them down and just throwing those 2 body shots and just knowing that you're going to hit right from the same spot on the 3rd shot, you can move and give yourself a little bit of an angle. So if you go left, right, you can move and throw your left hook to the head, or you can alternate. You go right, left, and you kind of do a step in, and you move up the center line, and then you throw your hook. So again, this is a little bit more advanced. I suggest you start with the very first basic combination when you are just here up close and you're throwing your shot, so you get the body mechanics. But then you can begin to introduce off the center line and then moving as you move off the center line at the same time. Now, the important part is drilling. I showed you a lot of variations, and a lot of guys are going to want to jump in and do them all. Especially maybe do the one with the step in off the center line. You want to start your drilling of a new combination, of a new technique, or maybe something you haven't drilled in a while, going back to the very basics, just the body mechanics and the technique alone. So start shadow boxing. Don't jump on the bag right away. Get the mechanics down in punch and air. That's where you build up your body mechanics, and then you transition on the bag. So with shadow boxing, you just simply stand as if you are tied up, visualize your opponent, and then you're going to be throwing your 3 hooks. And for this, you have to get very quick with it. You have to get very fast, because you're going to be alternating hands, and your last shot needs to be thrown to the head. You need to start with left first, do a bunch of reps, and then you go to your right hand first, and so you can finish with the right hand and do a bunch of reps. And then you mix them all together, so you know whichever hand you threw, that's the one you land with a hook. Always back to shadow boxing for technique and for body mechanics. Stand here and just start with the left. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, keep your hand up on, bring it back to your chin. So you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out in every punch. And throw them, no break of rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Right hand first. Twist on that last shot. Put all your power into it. First 2 hooks, quick. Not much of the hip twist, it's more of setup shot. You're still throwing, you're still making him react, causing a bit of damage. So he drops his hands, but that last hook, Twist your hips and drive through to land the damage, to land the KO. So you freestyle just with this combination alone on both sides. You stand here and you go. You have to think a little bit more. Whichever punch you throw, that's the one you're going to throw the power shot with. And get natural with it. And then you transition on the bag and you do the same thing. This can be done in a single training session. So you drill shadow boxing and then you jump on the bag, or you can split it up. One day you just drill shadow boxing and then another day you do the same combination, but you do it on the bag. And I often like to do that. I like to dedicate a day to shadow boxing only, spend about 15 minutes on it, and then on another day I come in here and I do the same thing on the bag, and that kind of cements the muscle memory a little bit more, and that helps. But also you can do it on the same day, shadow boxing for 10 minutes, and then you go on the bag for another 10 minutes. When you are either in shadow boxing or on the bag, you have to visualize your opponent. So don't drill mindlessly. Don't just stand here and just execute for reps. You have to throw them down the line, both hooks or straight shots if you decide to do that, and you imagine your opponent standing right there in front of you, and then you drill as if you are sparring or as if you are fighting against somebody else. Make sure that you are not taking your eyes off. A lot of times guys, when they drill, they're just gonna look down to the ground and they just throw. Wrong approach. You need to be drilling as if you're staring somebody down. So if you are shadow boxing, imagine that you're staring them right here underneath the chin, in the clavicle, the neck area. I don't like to look in the eyes. I like to look a little bit further down, and then you just execute. And then you drill this way and just stare them down. And then you do the same thing when you're on the bag. Come in here, pick a spot, and you just drill and just stare right there. Bam, bam, bam. So this is a great combination to introduce, especially when you are up in close. You saw how effective it is, and anytime you target the body, it opens you up to the head every single time, because they are more concerned with getting hit to the body. It lowers their heads, and when you set it up right, that chin is always open. Now if you want more of combinations, more of breakdowns of technical aspects of how to execute your strikes, I have a set of courses. First, I have the Fundamental 4, which breaks down everything you need to do with 4 fundamental essential punches that every fighter needs to know. I also have the Liver Hunter course, where I show you how to target that liver shot to the body, both with punches, with kicks, and with knees. Your fundamentals are going to be your everything, and with these 2 courses it outlines everything you need to do to build up that proper groundwork for having good striking foundation. So you can pick up both of those programs right now, and I'll see you in there.